it is. So I really like Jiwoo on characters that can carry team fights. And this is a character that can carry team fights. I just don't know if into Ezreal you're going to be feeling great about it. Zaya's biggest weakness has always been when she is outranged.
They got it on their side for Viper and Delight. Let's see if they can carry the game as we move on to the Rift for game number 1.
If Jiwoo can step up majorly, maybe that's the angle here. But Nongshim's biggest issue, I think, have been how disjointed they look. I think this is a... Outside of the Xayah, I'd argue that the Xayah is kind of a odd one out. But this is a good team comp, right? Skarner Sejuani, really strong front line. Your engage is nuts. You have only 2 carries, but they are capable of doing completely unreasonable amount of damage if you allow them to get to their item spikes. But it isn't a surprise to me that both Hanwha Life and T1 are like, we don't really want to do that as Sylvie.
Viper's in a lot of trouble. He already flashed, and it looks like he doesn't have a Arcane Shift. Down he will go. First blood goes over to Jiwoo as Sylvie was going for the large wraparound. Delight just out in the river, not able to help peel for Viper, who used everything and then died. Little trickster that he is.
Oh, he's gonna get spotted here.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Doesn't matter, though. You should be able to get the wave in.
Yeah.
There's no sums on Viper, no flash on Delight.
It's not a giant wave, but it doesn't really matter. As now, just gonna slowly approach Viper, and he takes a ton of damage. Will Arcane Shift away, the TP comes in, and the stun, Jiwoo is taking the turret! He's gonna die to the turret, Delight takes him down, and Doran is here. Viper even looking to get the kill at the end of this, as down he will go to Guger for some reason at all. I have no idea why he did that, but Doran will get the kill. And yeah, it's only a kill over to Guger, but that's Viper out of lane. It's a big deal. As now we get the combo coming in. Jiwoo's still no flash, and just up the lane, here comes Peanut. He's got flash, he's got ult, and so Jiwoo is so dead. Here comes the Sejuani, though, and he was gonna go wide. He's like, please kill this guy, as he gets another ground pound down, but man, this is much harder than it really needs to be, guys. They finally got the job done, though. It's Peanut. Presses flash, presses R, and I am going to pretend I did not see that. Take it away, Chronicler.
Stop saying take it away, Chronicler! Even though one of those was me.
Over you.
Oh, it's the double fake. Although now he doesn't kill him because he doesn't have flash to Ian back into the wall. So, we just keep him in. You know, and even I love Dundun, but I would rather have Mahal get a couple of weeks in the LCK and then see how that goes.
Yeah.
If Peanut opts to go in,
yeah, he gets in range of the R as Doran just waiting for it, but that is the E into the turret, and Peanut is going to go down. But it's still another kill onto Doran, and you drop a whole wave, and Doran might even get that whole turret.
It's definitely worth it, but Peanut, just wait. Doran had his ult in like 3 seconds after his time in the LCK.
Here's Doran trying to win the 3rd lane of the game. He is just going to drop an equalizer on top of Fisher, who's like, wait, why is the top laner here? Is Sylvie going to get in front of Peanut? And now the flash over the wall, and the burn from Doran will get the job done. And now Sylvie, who was just trying to help out, might have to flash out of this one, but no, he's got Guger to come over and save him and save his flash. So 3 kills to Doran now.
Yeah, Doran is really not giving Nongshim any room to breathe. As Peanut, I think they should be okay. They might have to flash though.
I mean, TP's coming in, so maybe Nongshim back off of this one, saying, okay, we don't have the damage, and if we stayed, maybe we kill him, but maybe we all die. Now Doran goes too deep, and Zeka's like, wait, I wasn't going that deep, and that's a shutdown.
Doran!
Porky.
Come on, man!
And now Delight. Yeah.
What is happening, Veldas?
Take it away, Chronicler, please.
No.
Please take it away.
I don't want to take it away.
That's true. I mean, especially given the way the early game went. But now Nongshim are like, hey.
You know what?
They just got such a gigantic shutdown over to Fisher. It was like 650 gold.
I'm turning
to the
around.
Corki.
This is all due to Nongshim, actually. It's Nongshim playing it perfectly.
Okay.
That's where we're at. Doran is here. They don't have it just yet.
I mean, they get the crash, but now Jiwoo in a bit of trouble. But they go so deep into the Xayah that the feathers come back. And now the CC chain on Doran. He's going to die again. As the rest of the team from Hanwha Life Esports, Peanut and Zeka, who are in the bot lane, they come over and they save the mid turret. But man, range damage from the Ezreal and the Rumble that can force it. As the ult's going to be thrown in there, Fisher has to flash away. There's a Vi in the brush they did not expect and did not account for. Now Sylvie is all alone against 3 people and should be going down. They would absolutely dive if they had to, but they don't even have to. It's a kill over to Zeka and Peanut in the top lane.
Big moment there. Peanut, yet again, right place, right time. Even if Sylvie hits that ult, I don't think it substantially changes the play. Peanut will just come in a little bit earlier and imminent collapser on Gugur and Jiu.
Well, that's the forced Featherstorm, and now the entire team's coming in, but Peanut, oh no, he's under the turret, and he is going to live for just a moment, but Mihail, surely, he gets the kill. No, he beats his whole team in as the bottom lane goes down, and Mihail's dead too. Oh no! Cover your eyes.
You know, he died a bunch of times, but he's still fed, guys.
Uh-oh. And now they're diving the enemy jungle. Down will go the Rakan. The Impale is pretty good this time, but there's no follow-up, and he is just falling apart like a piece of paper.
There's no damage.
It's just way too much into Mihail, and yeah, there's just no follow-up. Nobody was there, and they kind of got caught with their pants down in the jungle. And they saw Sylvie. So
they're TPing, Veldas.
Yeah, they're TPing. They want to try to punish this, but there are a lot of members of Nongshim up here. I do wonder about the gold diff at this point. They're trying to get, oh, the Zhonya's value. But the TP will come in, and Charm does follow up, but now Doran putting in the damage. Gugur will go down.
Zeka lives!
And Zeka lives after all of that. Jiwoo will also bite the dust, and now you're just being chased down. Fisher says, hey, you want a 1v1? I'll take a 1v1 versus you any day. And he will actually get the kill, but he also does pay for it with his life. So that's an ace over to HLE Esports.
Fisher just making sure they don't get the clean ace, Veldas.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Sonya's value. Absolutely nuts. That could have been the difference maker. They invest so much into trying to kill him. And even if they killed him, obviously they would have lost the fight, but he's not even phased.
I think he said nice, and then I played well, right?
He did.
You did. Yeah, not really. He got baited that one time. As we're going really deep once again, you might as well. You got Rumble, you got Vi, and you have huge amounts of money, which you are dumping on their heads now. That is a couple of takedowns. We do see the Rakan and the Corki gone, and now the Inhibitor also taken down. HLE Esports, they're not going to break any records, but they're looking for a quick win here in game number 1. As Peanut, bit of damage comes in. Nice little combo from Delight. Gonna flash on in there and take down the Sejuani. As that will go one next turret, but Jiu a little bit scary. You can see they need to get a bit more damage on him if they really want to pressure here. And even with a minute and 10 left on the Rebel Baron power play, it looks like they do want to slowly back away and take it slow.
Maybe a flash ult. Jiu was like, where was my lethal tempo? I keep autoing them, but I'm not getting any range.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Ooh. Even with Randwins on Doran, doesn't matter.
Yeah, as we're seeing a little play in the enemy jungle here for HLE Esports as the Impale comes down on a Peanut. Will he live again? No, he will not. It's a shutdown for the Corki, but Delight won't be shut down nearly as easily.
Okay, that's a good moment. Peanut's down. Doran used his ultimate. Maybe an opportunity here for Nongshim.
It's just tanking turret, man. He's just getting in there. As now the flash, the E into the wall. Doran in a little bit of trouble, but the follow-up is non-existent. Jiu getting burnt to a crisp, and now Viper just wants to go 1v9 the enemy team right now. And he's going to take down the Skarner at least. As HLE Esports looking for their second inhibitor. I mean, Ezreal's always had good damage in the past, and now that he's buffed, he's doing it again. Ezreal is back in the meta. First pick by some teams. And now, essentially, you get a pick on anyone, and if Viper's there, they might just die. Speaking of which, Gugur's dead. As Doran just going to light him up with that equalizer.
As long as they don't funnel 5-man into Jiu, this is going to be the end of the game, Veldas.
Yep, that it should be. Jiwoo, you have a lot of work to do. He does have a Featherstorm, but he did not cast it as he gets flashed on instead. The Impale comes down, but HLE Esports just checking the boxes here. Just a little bit of extra BM right at the end. Want to up those KDA scores and also down those KDA scores. Down will go the Nexus, as that was game number 1. One of the games of League of Legends of all time. A couple of gigantic jumps in favor of HLE Esports, and they kind of let that one get away from them very fast. did Nongshim. So
the Rel, Guga might not want to play Nautilus into the Leona specifically. Rel also has more setup when it comes to team fights. One of her big weaknesses is that her damage is a lot lower. As the top TF for Doran, this pick has dropped considerably, and
it's not. Meanwhile, on the other side, lots of pick, lots of damage here on the side of Homolife Esports. Let's see how it goes as we hop onto the Rift for Game 2. That is the One experience. Just wait till he hits level 3. It's a whole new level.
I just want to remind everyone that Veldis is a known Yone anti.
Yeah.
Banned him for a very long time in solo queue.
Yeah, it was like 6 months, actually. Just only banning Yone every single game.
Was that when Lethal Tempo was still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was because it was a very safe pick. You can leave alone. You know, everything that Ezreal's always been good at.
Yeah.
He's really good in scrappy fights. There's a lot of innate safety. He doesn't have W.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah.
Delight's on his way, though.
Uh-oh, yeah, Fisher in a lot of trouble here, and he is going to have to flash, but the follow flash is going to come through, and now you've got a Leona on your back, and there is the Permafrost and the First Blood going over to Peanut with a very early gank, clears his red buff jungle, and then just goes mid in that fight up against the Tristana, which, you know, Homolife Esports did give that one over. And they said, that's okay. We're going to get the Ezreal for Viper. Definitely the big one. Also the Sejuani, you take it away. You say, okay, we don't have too much confidence in you to play the Nidalee, as now we have this TF who is trying to bully the Skarner. Doran, though, is he's just tanking up the turret, and he is going to die as well. They get the kill. They don't deny too many minions, although there is a wave coming in.
Ends up being a really big moment because it means that Miel gets a kill, makes his way back towards the bot side.
What? All right, well,
this should be doable as long as he doesn't get the TP out.
Well, he definitely can if he wants to. Yeah, there he goes. Just gonna TP about
Gugar did
50 meters to the right. They are pushing with the dual lane, and the Nidalee will have some prile from that. As Mahal, now level 6, trying to gank Zeka in mid, who will just ult away. Also has flash.
Good enough.
Yeah?
You take that. That's a win. It's a small win, but it's a win nonetheless, Veldis.
We take those.
Grubs are being taken right now. We'll also see if Homolife is going to get anything besides the Drake. Do expect to pick that one up. What about dive number 2? Oh, Gugar's on his way. There you go.
Well,
yeah.
That's the reposition. Does get behind Peanut, gets to safety. Now Gugar in a lot of trouble, still doesn't have a splash. And the freeze will come down, and Gugar is dead. They'll give that kill to Delight.
To the damage dealers.
Uh-oh. Well, now we got Gugar caught once again. This time, though, no cancel, and he will get away.
They got the grub. That's 4.
Yep.
An angle? A possibility, Veldis?
It's their Guardian angle coming in right now, and now we got a nice little Magnus Storm pulling in Delight. He's in a little bit of trouble, but actually Gugar's the one that has to flash away. Doran now frontlining as this Skarner still pretty scary. Peanut wanting to continue the fight now that Zeka's come over. Trying to zoom in, thinking about if Zeka would go for an ult angle, as he's just gonna get his Q3 up and get over the wall. But that is 6 grubs over to the side of Nongshim in this early game, for something to do with his spears.
Some plates.
Throw them at.
You know, they can. This is not a big wave, though.
Ooh. Meanwhile, Gugar's dead. Okay.
So how about them plates, huh?
Yeah, let's look at the plates in the top.
Serve them up, boys!
Uh-oh. Yeah, Viper, he wants more, and he might get it. He gets the flash out of Jiwoo as, ooh, nice trying to predict, but not going to happen.
Yeah, he didn't actually have vision there, so he didn't know which way Jiwoo went.
Oh, boy. Meanwhile, we have the catch up at the top side. Delight getting some big value.
No, Sylvie!
And Fisher.
You were the chosen one!
It's up, the Q's up. There it is, and the Q3 comes through on the Yone. Still has his ult too, and that's going to be the end of Fisher as well. So that's 2 kills to Homolife Esports. Yeah. He's also got Peanut shadowing him on the bottom side, as Gugar's going to put a ward down on that Tri-Brush. I thought for a second they were going to go for that. Instead, we're going to see Jiwoo in a bit of trouble once again. He just keeps getting bullied, man. They keep going for him as the flash forward. And Fisher, he wants blood, and he will get it here. A nice little solo kill on Adoran, who was not expecting that. I'll tell you that much. Meanwhile, this mid lane is going to be cleaned up.
But will they?
Yeah, they see the light, and now the jump over the top of the Leona, but you've got a lot of stacking here. As the Magnastorm is very good, actually, from Cougar, but Sylvie is going to be isolated. There's the heal, actually, and Peanut struggling to take him down, finally does so. And now the rest of Nongshim, they do not want to take a fight, even a flash, going to be utilized by Mihail to get him out of there.
Jiwoo was already really low. I imagine that was from the play in mid, so because of that, I don't think they wanted to go for it.
Well, they're going back in as the Impale will miss, and that will be the end of the Skarner. And now the follow-up. Oh, excellently done by Zeka, just able to dominate Fisher once again. Meanwhile, in mid, it looks like Jiwoo is in a bit of trouble. Doran just diving the turret and actually is going to win the 1v1. Jiwoo. And Doran's got a very sheepish look on his face now.
Yeah, Doran was like, oh boy! Had some fun with that one.
Not very accurate on the calculation. Again.
Man, he did his calculations, but boy is he bad at math.
Yeah, well, he loves his calculations. We're going to get another charge here into the inner. This is 44 health. You're not going towards Nongshim with that, so he's going to run away. Utilize the movement speed of the Rift Herald to get to his jungle faster. What a play.
What did we learn in this game, Veldas? What are we learning?
Getting banned a lot early on, and then, you know, afterwards, just picked sometimes, but still just seen in almost every game. As now they're trying to collapse here on a Fisher, who is in a lot of trouble. Does have his flash, but in will go Zeka. That's another hop, and now the Magnastorm coming in, but Peanut not going to let him go down. Zeka, though, does get dove on by the rest of Nongshim. Maybe an angle for them, but now Viper's going to show up, and nobody really can deal with him. He gets out of the Impale. They're so deep for the Viper that they get very out of position, and now Jiwoo has to fight against the Sejuani in a fight that he is not going to win. And Doran, an 80 carry in his own right, will eventually take down the Skarner. And that's going to be the ace going the way of HLE Esports.
The light showing off the Gen G mode there. Used all their subs.
Yeah.
I'm grasping.
You're trying. It's good. No, I like it. You got to play devil's advocate. There's still a chance, but
not really.
Not right now.
There is a chance. Just keep looking.
Just not at this moment right now. Yeah, don't look at that one. It was actually a really nice ult that was lined up by Zeka there. Just knowing that Fisher didn't know he was there, you know, it doesn't have flash.
I really felt like Fisher was doing well, but then I'm looking at his kills and his deaths. I'm like, well, maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was a lie. Sylvie.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's being hunted down.
No way. Zeka's way too strong.
That existing, being friendly.
What was your favorite
Generous Giga Chads, GG.
Favorite silly moment of this series? As it is.
I think it's when Viper died to Cougar in game 1.
Oh, he walked back in?
He's like, no, I need this kill, and then he just dies. Now Nongshim, they are going to miss the Impale. They did get the first part of that very nicely, but now it's just the Viper show. Lines up a huge two-shot barrage, and then eventually Nongshim do all get away. And Mihail just on the run. Oh my, that's a big one. We got some dashes out of there, and HLE Esports, they say, well, we have enough damage, we can just kill the front line. And Mihail lands an Impale. It's not going to matter as he gets taken down. HLE Esports will take the Baron.
It was also on an unbound soul.
Yeah.
It's not looking likely.
Jiwoo's got his W evolve. You know? I'm sorry,
Come on, man.
I'm just being mean now. Okay, they're going to take down this mid inhibitor. And HLE Esports grouping up for that top inhibitor as well. I think they're going to put Nongshim out of their misery. The gold card, keeping Mihail in place for quite a long time. And there's the ult as well. The chain comes in. Nice. Magnastorm does come out from Cougar, but unfortunately the follow-up is just not there. And now we got the ult as well into the Tristana. Just going to go down. Jiwoo to follow soon enough. A gigantic heal comes out from Sylvie, but it's just not going to matter. HLE Esports will go home with the 2-0 tonight. Zeka nearly goes down, but he's just going to be fine. The light eating some fountain damage because why not? And that's going to do it. GG, HLE Esports. Big 2-0 win tonight. Peanut's got a big smile on his face. He knows what he did.
And we'll see what happens there. For Nongshim, unfortunate day. For Hanwha, quick 2-0. Nothing to see here.
I only have one more question. How many media votes for Viper?
2024 LCK Summer 28번째
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by the solo POG on the side of HLE Esports, Peanut. Congratulations.
피넛 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
네, 승리와 함께 LCK 정글러 최초
We have another thing to celebrate actually. You are the first LCK jungler to hit 700 games in the LCK. Congratulations on that as well. How do you
네,
feel?
오늘 경기장 와서 오늘 700전이라는 거 알게 되었는데 네,
I
700전
actually
경기
just
제
realized
인생으로 깔끔히
after
이기고
arriving to the low park, so it's amazing that I got a victory on the milestone day and also won a double POG.
정글러가 됐습니다.
Now
네,
you also
이 정도면
joined the
혼종 정글이
POG
아닌가 이런
leaderboard,
생각이
and
드는데
all
현재
of the
메타에서의
POG
정글러는
leaders are
뭔지
actually
어떻게 생각하시나요?
junglers. Do you think this is a jungle meta right now?
탄력을 좀 정글러들한테
I think yeah, a little bit because changes in the items adds more momentum to the jungler's power. So luckily, I'm also joining the jungler POG club.
네, 이런 생각이 듭니다. 1세트 바이로 멋진
Game
활약
number 1, your
보여주셨는데요.
Vi
상대 조합에
was so on
세주안이
point.
자야가 있었기 때문에
Opponents had
플레이하기
Sejuani
까다롭지
Zaya,
않았을까라는
which is
생각이
actually a pretty good
들었습니다.
counter
피노
into
선수의
Vi.
잘했습니다.
But your
현
Vi
메타에서
managed to find the
바이의 장점은
angle
뭐가 있을까요?
and always make a play. What does make Vi so powerful right now? Her initiations are just so strong, I can rather, turn to Corki. I don't always have to go for Zaya, so I can go for like enemy other champions like Corki, Rumble. So it was pretty good pick into opponent's comp.
오늘도 역시나 상대가
And Peanut, you always manage to draw some target bans to your champion pool. So today, especially your Maokai always gets a target ban. In every 14 games so far this season, your Maokai gets removed.
마오카이 저격 밴에 대해서 피넛 선수는 어떻게 생각하시나요?
Any thoughts on that?
요몇 년간 아주
Over the past
좋은
few
친구로
years, he has been a really good fellow of mine. We've been a really good friends. Me and Maokai had a really good time together, but even in scrims now, we just assume that enemy will just remove that Maokai card, so we try to opt into different picks.
그런 식으로 스프링 때 마오카이 살아서 좀 다 이겼더라고요.
Sometimes they let it through, and I won every single game on Maokai when enemy slipped on my Maokai, so maybe. And then game 2, we had an R5 TF for Doran. Was that Doran's idea? It's been a while since we saw that champion. So yeah, Doran was making a list of the top champions that we can go for, and TF was one of them, and I thought it was pretty viable. However, Doran had some frustration with his TF performance throughout the game. So how did the rest of the players manage to play around the map in order to help him out? I mean, he did die, a couple of times in game, but it didn't really affect, the situation of the game. So we just wanted to focus on what we have to do. And out of your 4 POGs so far this season, you have won 3 of them on Sejuani, and your Sejuani was legendary, especially in game 2, 8, 0, and 7. How are you able to get so fed on Sejuani? I think the early game setup was really successful. After ganking mid, I was able to get a kill, and then Doran was managed the top lane wave really well, so I could also go for a turret dive on the top lane, and then I got another kill. So my Sejuani got pretty accelerated. Then looking back at your Sejuani performance in game 2, what is the favorite play? Probably the early gank on the mid lane. That was like my first gameplay attempt, and it worked really well, and it got my Sejuani going really fast. So I would like to say that early gank was effective. Next week, we're having a week off due to the EWC happening. What is your plan for the downtime? A little bit of a rest, I don't really think that the vacation is really long, and also we're still playing the LCK. The season is keep going, so I just want to keep focusing on my practice and get a little bit of a rest for myself. And Peanut, before we go, anything you would like to say to all the fans out there?
좀 기념 있는 날에 이기면
Today
좀더
was a very
달콤한
meaningful
승리처럼
day for me,
느껴지는데
especially
이렇게 많은
considering the
분들이
milestone
와주셔서
that I got to hit. So
같이 공유할 수 있다는
winning
것만으로도
on a day like this
감사드리고,
means even
네,
more.
앞으로도
So I'm
잘
so happy that I get to share this
부탁드리겠습니다.
moment with my fans,
피너
and I
선수의
always
700
really
전
appreciate
달성
all your
진심으로
support. Thank you.
축하드리고요.
And that is the end of the
하나생명
interview
e스포츠의
from
달콤한 승리도 다시
Peanut
한번
and back to the
축하드립니다.
space.
인터뷰
Thank
고맙습니다.
you.